5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is COLM for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Lewis Crocker today. Lewis, how's things, mate?
All good, mate. How you keeping?
Yeah, not too bad. You've had a bit of a long layoff. Well, I say long layoff. You haven't fought in a while now. What happened before the last scheduled fight?
So it was my last spar, and it was the last round, and I just picked up a rib injury, and then I felt it and stuff, and it was like painful and whatever, and then I was like leaving a couple of days because like I wasn't even thinking about not fighting, and then it just got worse and worse, and then once I went to the doctor, he says I had a fractured rib, so even the healing time for it took ages. It was way longer than expected. Couldn't really do much for a few weeks. There's not much you can do with a rib injury, so I was raging because it was such a big bill, and then I had a good camp, and I was in Marbella and stuff, first camp with Booth, so I was gutted, but got the ball rolling again and back out on the 10th here.
There is some positives to take from it. Obviously, you have more time to adapt to Adam Booth. He has more time to adapt to you. You'll now get your fight in the SSE in front of a packed out arena. How has that transition been for you in terms of leaving D. Walsh's stable in Belfast, where it's almost like a home comfort type of thing, going out of your comfort zone, going into a big stable like Adam Booth? How has that been?
Oh, it's brilliant. All the lads are obviously Mick and Josh, Harlan, my boss, Kurt. They're all quality fighters, so just being around them and stuff is brilliant. And then with Adam, obviously, Adam's one of the best coaches in the world. So we just learn off him every day. It's class, and as coming over, like I always knew I had to leave home, and eventually just for like sparring and stuff and everything else. So it's like a new lease of life for me. Over here, I'm learning every day. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm going into the gym and I'm just absorbing everything, all the information Adam's giving me and all the things that we're working on and trying. So I'm looking forward and, get this fight over and then push on for bigger fights next year. Obviously with a lot more camps behind me and see my full potential.
What has Adam Booth changed in your game, or what's he improved in your opinion?
A lot of technique, mate. A lot of things that, like I wasn't using my legs as much as I should, and I found that out straight away because first week I came here, and then the first week I came back. It's all legs. Like the next day I can hardly walk. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of head movement. Just a lot of things, mate. Just like about how to like approach like going in and not being reckless and stuff, and there's so many aspects of the game that I can improve on, and Adam will help me do that.
He referred to you as a mix of Ryan Burnett and David Hay. How does it feel hearing that from someone like Adam?
Oh, it's amazing. So it is. Do you know what I mean? Like to hear that from him it makes me happy. Like obviously because he trained both of the world champions. Burnett, unreal. David Hay, big puncher, unreal as well. So to hear that come from him, it's big.
Obviously, this next 12 months is crucial in your career, where you're at now and where you want to be. Will we see some big fights on the horizon for you, do you think?
Absolutely. Maybe March when I think isn't there a build set for March or something in Belfast? So, I don't see why I couldn't be in a big fight then. Because that is January, February, March. It's 3 months. Then hopefully I'll have one in between December and March as well. So I'll be ready. It could be a big fight, and then push myself back up to the rankings. And the welterweight division's stacked, obviously, worldwide. So yeah, no doubt I'll be in big fights next year.
If you had to give us a prediction for December 10th, what would that be?
Well, I always go for a knockout, so I can't say that that's not what I'm expecting. So, yeah, a stoppage inside the distance anyway, all being well.
I have no information on your opponent yet, so I can't really get into that with you, but I'll get into that with you on fight week whenever we do speak. But the card's stacked with some great fights. But which fight are you most looking forward to other than your own?
I think McKenna's always in a war. Taylor, obviously, good fighter, and I could just see them being toe to toe. I was ringside for the last McKenna fight, and he really does go to war every time. Like, it's class to watch because I've never actually witnessed it, like that close. Like, so I'm looking forward to that fight, and obviously Mick and seeing Mick and the lads do the business.
You've seen Mick and Kurt up close in the gym. How are they looking ahead of December 10th?
Oh, brilliant! I was actually watching them spar today, and it was so good. I said to both of them after, like they were doing like a sort of like a point scoring thing at the end, like sort of like amateur boxing, and then when I was watching it, I was like these are two world, like obviously Mick just back or Kurt just back from the Olympics and Mick amateur world champion. So just watching that was great to see. It's a class experience.
Well, Lewis, look, thanks a million for your time. We'll catch up again on fight week, and good luck and speak to you soon, mate. Appreciate it.
100%, mate. Thank you.
Midnight on Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife and saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.